So for problem number 10, we just want to go ahead and plot the points whose coordinates are given. We have the first point given, which is negative 15, 8, which is right up about there. Notice I'm not even writing down the coordinates of these points, I'm just plotting them. Negative 8, 7, which is about right there. It's not an exact science and it doesn't need to be. Negative 3, 0, 0, 0, and 7, negative 3. So these points don't actually line up quite as well as the last problem, but that's okay. It's just an approximation. So we want to draw a line that's kind of like some of the points are above the line, some of the points are below the line, and it looks like that looks to be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. Then we look at it. So maybe it could have been a little lower. I see this point down here, so it's about right. So it's close. And again, I got kind of lucky here that the y-intercept, my line goes through the y-intercept of y equals 1. And so we already have that information, b equals 1, for the equation of our trend line. And then just want to come up with a slope, and it looks like if you go down 1 and over 1, down 1 over 1, so it looks like we could safely say, it's hard when you make your own tick marks on the graph. They're not perfectly proportional. So the actual slope looks to be close to negative 1, so we're just going to call it negative 1. All right, it's close enough. That's really what we want to do, is we want to get a line, a close enough y-intercept and close enough slope to come up with our equation of our line. And again, the equation of the line is just an approximation for the equation of the line. So the approximation would be y equals slope times x, so negative 1 times x is negative x, plus 1, and later on you'll learn how to come up with the exact line of best fit. But right now, these are just trend lines. A trend line is an approximation to the line of best fit. There is one line that best fits the data, and again, we'll talk about that later, but again, this is the trend line approximations. Yours might be a little different than mine. There are a number of different answers that you could get here, but probably if you show your line going through the positive y-axis, then your y-intercept better be a positive number. And if you show your line decreasing from left to right, then you better show a negative slope. So those are key parts of those line equations that you need to make sure you have accurately. Okay, so on to the next problem.